Thanks for tuning in. This is Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And today, thanks to the folks at Kids Logic, we'll be taking a look at their new Mecha Nations 01 Optimus Prime. Now, one thing that I want to mention right up front is this is an officially licensed product by the folks over at Hasbro and Takara. As you can see, it has all the branding, has the likeness, has the Autobot logo, everything on here is official. Now, this is basically a little statue, but this is so much more than I thought it was going to be. Honestly, I thought it was going to be just a statue with no posability or anything like that. But when I got this and I opened it up, and you come around here to the back, it actually says that it has 22 points of articulation, which amazed me. Like I said, I had no clue that it was going to have that much articulation, if at all. Now you can see that the chest can open up and reveals the matrix, which is removable. It also does come with an energon axe as well as his cannon. He also has 14 LED lights. Simply incredible. And then like I said, you come down here and you can see that it says it's licensed by Hasbro. Come around to the side, you got Optimus Prime, you got nothing there. You got a real nice Autobot logo there. And then it opens from the side, and as you do it, you get this really nice black box with the sort of chrome Autobot logo and warning tracks there. And then this whole thing opens up, and it drops a whole bunch of stuff, but you have the figure that's inside there, and these are all his extra accessories that I'll just set off to the side so that you guys don't see those just yet. He also does come with a really nice instruction manual with a nice image of Optimus here in the front. You open it up and it shows all the various lights and things like that, how you turn it on. Then on this page it shows you how to, or it demonstrates all the different articulated points. And then here, and it also has removable armor, which I don't know why you would want to remove it, but it is removable. And then you come around here and it shows how to replace the new batteries and the various action features about it, like the waist movement and the other articulation that it has. Absolutely stunning. I mean, really, like I said, I only anticipated this being a statue and not really, well, I mean, honestly, I thought it would be a light up statue. I mean, that's one thing that you automatically can see. I just had no idea how great this thing was. So without further ado, guys, let's get this opened up so I can show you exactly how cool it really is. Alright guys, so here we have the Kids Logic Optimus Prime opened up and out of its packaging. And this thing really is fantastic. As I said, I really did think that this was just going to be a static statue. Now granted, the reason I thought that was because, if you remember some time ago, I reviewed the Kids Logic Iron Man Mark IV, I think it was. And that was just a statue. Granted, it did light up, so that's where I sort of figured that this would light up, but it would just be a static statue. In all the pictures that I saw, it was all pretty much in just one pose. So I didn't anticipate this thing being as articulated as it is. Now, setting him off to the side, we're going to take a look first at his accessories. First off, he does come with his energon axe, which is this really nice recreation of how it looked in G1. It is more or less designed just to use in one hand, and I'll show that here in a little bit, but you can see an absolute gorgeous translucent yellowish orange plastic. You do have a bit of a color gradient where you see a little bit lighter of a yellow and then it gets darker as it comes out toward the top. The same kind of thing down here where the ball section is. You got a lighter yellow, and then as you get down here it gets a little bit darker in terms of coloring. So absolutely gorgeous looking. This doesn't light up or anything, but it's still a great looking piece. Now, he does come with his cannon. This does light up. You got a little button here on the back. When you push it, this, you can sort of see it coming through the middle section here, but you also have that big cannon right there, or that big light right in the front, and that is really very neat. It's a great touch. I love it. I think you'll pew 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 if you just keep pushing it. I think it's great, and again, it's a wonderful representation of how Optimus Prime's gun looks in the G1 series. He does come with 3 extra hands, 2 of which are just in this kind of open palm, like I'm waving sort of position. They aren't posable or anything like that, but the other one you have is designed to hold his gun. So you just take this, plug it right inside there, and I'll show this off here when we get to it, but you can put the hand in there, turn the gun on, and you have that really cool orange effect. And like I said, you can sort of see it coming through the middle of the barrel. It lights up a whole lot more when it's dark, but you can actually see it here even with as bright as my lights are. The lights on these are ridiculously bright. They're LEDs, so they're going to be pretty light or bright. And then finally, he comes with this very nice display stand. As you can see, it comes with a little adjustable cradle, but this looks great. As you can see, really nice image on here of the Autobot logo, and then you see Transformers down here. Has a very nice metallic looking finish, and then this is actually clear on top of it. So I'm not 100% sure where the etching is. It actually looks like it's etched into the it's not metal, but it's very chrome-like. So there's a clear plastic bit on the outer side, and then you just take this, peg this in, and this is very well articulated. You can see you can rotate it down here. It's got a joint that you can move forward and back at the bottom. You've got a joint here that allows you to move it forward and back. Then another joint here at the tip moves forward and back, also rotates, and then these clasp in and out, and it's very tight, so you can get this squeezed around his waist or anything. So you can create some really cool almost flying poses with this. It's really up to you, but I absolutely love it. I think it's a wonderful addition. For me personally, I don't use it to create any dynamic poses. I just put it on the back and just sort of leave it there, or I'll probably just remove it entirely, just because I don't really pose things too much. I just have them standing there like that. But for his accessories, that's what you have. Now, coming to the figure himself, as I said, look at this. This is absolutely stunning. Now, granted, he is not a transformable figure. More than likely, the reason why Hasbro or Takara licensed him to Kids Logic is because Kids Logic was just going to make a statue. By making it not transformable, it doesn't necessarily compete with anything that, well, Hasbro or Takara would release. So that's essentially more than likely reason why this isn't transformable, and why it's what's classified as super deformed. Because as you can see, he is super deformed. I mean, he's got a huge head and a little teeny tiny body, but it's absolutely adorable. Now, some people have asked me, if I like this, why didn't I get the Ultra Metal Optimus, which is a 17-inch figure that also is not transformable. But for me, there really serves no purpose for that, because we already have a figure that looks almost exactly like it with the MP10. This looks different, and it really has a different kind of look and feel, and I absolutely love how cool it looks. If they made a cartoon with these figures looking like this, or the characters looking like this in it, I would absolutely love it. Now, as I said, it is an articulated figure. There's 22 points of articulation. The head will rotate all the way around. It moves up and down. You can hear the ratchet joint, so you get a nice range of motion with that. The shoulders move about that far out. They move in as well. Oh, I hit the button right there. They rotate all the way around at the shoulders. They rotate here at the upper part of the bicep. I'm just going to leave that on. You can see it. It lights up, but it only rotates that far. It doesn't rotate all the way around, and then it bends here at the elbow, but as you can see, it also only goes up that far. The wrists here are on ball joints, but you're not going to get much ball action with it, but they do rotate. When you come around here, and I'm going to lift this up, it also moves a little bit forward and back, at least this one. This one doesn't really seem to move, and I don't want to force it, but this one moves in and out very easily, whereas this one does not. I'm not 100% sure why. I mean, looking at it, they do look pretty much the same, but like I said, I don't want to force anything. Now, the waist, it does rotate. Well, you can see it rotates all the way around, but if you take this upper torso, extend this, you can get it actually now moving forward and back. So a lot, and also side to side. So you do get a lot more range of motion with it. So you just like, you can be, I don't know, like, what's up? You're gonna tilt them like that and be like, what's up, bro? I mean, it's just, I love it. It's so cool looking. Putting that back down. The hips move forward and back. You can see, get that arm out of the way. That's about the range of motion that you're going to get with that. They move in and out. Again, subtly, not a lot, but you can get some poses with it. He does rotate at the upper part of the thigh. He bends here at the knee. The ankles move in and out just like so. They move forward and back, and actually there's a little toe, so you can see bending it, you get a little bit more of a range of motion so you can get a little bit more of a walking pose with them. Something like that. Now, starting things off first with the features on them. Like I said, for some reason, you can remove the armor on them. I don't know why you would want to. They just have like friction joints. So you take this off and you can take this off and oh my god, there's Optimus Prime's face. So everybody ever wondering or wanting to know what Optimus Prime looked like underneath this, there you go. That's what you have. And then these shoulder bits, or I'm sorry, these forearm bits can also detach. Again, why you would really want to do that, I have no idea. But you can, and take this and do that on this. You can see that this is what you have. You have a basically naked Optimus. Naked Miss Prime. That's basically what you got. But I mean, even that kind of looks neat. And here you have him back with all the stuff on there again. Now, like I showed in terms of this bit right here, pushing this allows the Autobot logo to light up. He also has a lot of other light up features. Come around to the back, you've got this button right here that when you turn it on, bling, it lights up his eyes. And you can see, like I said, very bright LED lights. You come around here to the back of them, and there's another button right here that when you push that in, will light up a couple lights here, some lights in there, and also, well, you can kind of see it right there, and then these little bits light up. But the biggest thing is going to be with the Matrix, and we'll show that here in a second. Then you come around here to the bottom, flip this, turns that light up on his toe. You do that on this as well. And, well, if I can find the switch, there we go. It's a little tiny switch. There we go. And you got those little lights right down there on his feet. So those are all of his light up features in addition to his gun lighting up. As I mentioned with the Energon axe, it's really only meant for this, his right arm, because as you can see, keeping it straight, it's got this little angle here, and you can see how it's angled there. So this just pops right off. Take that, put that on there. It's a tight ball joint, but popping that in there, and you can see it keeps it in a straight sort of position. If you can put it on the other side, but because of the angle that you're using, you're going to have a weirdly shaped one. So putting that in there, you can do it, but you can see how it puts it on an angle now. Now you could rotate it around, and that will keep it straight, but you're going to have the small blade on the bottom. So it really does feel like it's designed for the right arm, and I have no problem with that because that's the way it should be, honestly. And then, like I said, you do have the other hand. You got an open palm right here, so you just put that right in there. Like I said, it's a ball joint, so you can do whatever you want, get some crazy poses. And I mean, look how cool it really does look. He also does have his gun hand, which also goes on the right, or the right hand here. And then I still have the hand on there, so just put that right in there, pop that in there, and you have his gun. Now you do have to do a little bit of rotation with it while it's in there to kind of keep it straight, because it is on an angle, so you do want to position it out a little bit and just turn the blaster on. And again, that could be your display option if you didn't want to use the Energon axe. But the coolest look for this really has got to be the Matrix of Leadership. Putting these fisted hands back on him. You can actually position this in a way where it looks like he's opening his own chest. So putting these back on there, straightening out his legs, straightening out his little fetums, get him standing nice and straight. As you can see, well, you push the button. The chest does open, just like so, and that's where you can see those lights. You got two white ones up here and then two blue ones. And then it has the Matrix cover that comes down, and there you have the Matrix of Leadership. You can, like I said, position this like so, get that really in here, making it look like he's opening that up, and now you have Optimus Prime opening his chest. I mean, that's so iconic. Well, not really iconic, just absolutely cool looking. The Matrix is removable, so you just get in here. It's kind of hard to do, honestly, once you get it back in, but come on. Or tweezers. We'll get tweezers. You just wedge that,
and then you can see the light coming through there, right there. And then you got the little matrix, and it's very similar to what we've gotten before with like Masterpiece Transformers. So it's tiny, but honestly, it looks best when you leave it in there because you get the whole light up effect in there. I mean, it's just so cool.
Now, this piece really is one of the absolute best I have in my entire Transformers collection. I simply love this figure. As I said earlier, I was blown away by the fact that this was as articulated as it actually is. I honestly just expected basically a light up statue like what I got previously with the Iron Man sets. I had no clue that the Transformer one, or Transformers ones, was going to have this kind of articulation. And it's not just subtle articulation. Every joint really has some movement in it, and that's wonderful. It really allows you to get some great poses with it and kind of customize your own look for what you would like in an Optimus Prime statue. I absolutely love that this is also an officially licensed product, which means there's no play on the name Optimus Prime. It's Optimus Prime, guys. It's a Transformer, not a Tech Morpher or whatever crazy names third-party companies come up with. This is legit, and it is really worth picking up. Now, if you do want to get it, the best place to check for different retail places in your area would be to go to Kids Logic's Facebook page at facebook.com/kidslogic. There you'll be able to see all the retailers throughout the world that you can pick this up at. So I'll put a link down in the video description where you can check that out. This really is a phenomenal product. As you can see, the paint job is exemplary. The articulation is wonderful. The accessories that you get, just about everything that you would expect to get from an Optimus Prime figure. I mean, his gun, his Energon axe, even his Matrix are all included. And this isn't the only Transformer one that they're going to be doing. They've teased a couple extras, which I am really also looking forward to. This is going to have a wonderful place in my collection, and I can't wait to see it grow. But beyond that, that's about it, guys. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Keep in touch with me. Find out recent purchases as well as all upcoming video reviews all at facebook.com/Steambotimus and by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Optibotimus. Also, don't forget to check out my new website at optibotimusreviews.com. And if you like this review, don't forget to please rate, subscribe, and share this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. You